Start with Dante. Can you pinpoint what went wrong offensively for you guys today?
Yeah, on all phases, it was, not great, but I feel like overall Indiana's a great team, great coaching staff, great players. They had a great scheme. A lot of different concepts they run on defense, but overall, I feel like we beat ourselves when it comes to penalties. Me missing, simple reads, and I feel like we didn't have our routine or, just from the start to the end. So I feel like overall, we just kind of beat ourselves and got to give kudos to Indiana.
Right here, Eric on the left.
Dante, you took a lot of hits today. Were you feeling fully like 100% by the end of this game, or where are you at physically?
I feel amazing. Appreciate you.
Front right, James. Front left, I'm sorry, James.
Dante, that was certainly the most pressure you've faced thus far, probably maybe even more than UCLA, and most sacks allowed in quite a while. Were they doing anything unexpected to generate the amount of pressure against you guys today?
No, they kind of found something in our offense, and we both had bye weeks, and they kind of attacked that certain area against our offense, and I feel like overall we had a couple of protection issues, but that can start for me, keying the defense, getting the protection right, but I feel like overall we're just gonna watch the film, learn from our mistakes, understanding that myself, I got to take control and make sure I get the protection right, so I can take hits off of me and make sure I get the ball in the right place. So yeah.
Front right, Zach.
Bryce, what's the mood like in the locker room right now? Obviously, frustrating loss, but as Dan said, you guys still have everything you want in front of you available.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, no one's happy about losing that game. We got something to prove, got a chip on our shoulder, and we can use it as fuel or, be down on ourselves. So, we'll go to the doctor tomorrow, learn from it, and then back to work.
Right here on the left, John.
Dante, Coach Lanning mentioned the spot zones and the way they like to crash hard out of those as two of the biggest challenges of facing this Indiana defense going into this week. Just wondering how you felt those out on the field and if that was a challenge for you today.
Yeah, they did a lot of great schemes on defense. There was a couple of throws I missed and by just escaping out the pocket. But like I said, at the end of the day, they had a great plan, and since we played them now, and it's going to be something that other defenses are going to try to do against us because they know that can be our weakness. So just got to attack it, get protection right, get the ball placing right, and we'll be good from there.
Back left.
That's back-to-back intense games for you all. 1-1, lost one. What did you learn about yourself and your teammates in that process?
You go ahead.
Yeah, we're resilient. We battle. I think that was the big question mark, leading up to last week. We hadn't been in a close game yet. And I think we've showed in both games that, we're able to battle back even when we're down. And our team's resilient. Obviously this one didn't go our way, but like I said, going to the doctor tomorrow and we'll get better.
Front left, James.
For each of you, if I can, 2 weeks ago, naturally a huge riding high emotional moment, and a lot of credit, deservedly so. But the value of that outside of here goes down when Penn State loses in back-to-back weeks. And now you'll face doubts and questions when you lose at home by 10. How do you feel you'll each respond individually, and how each side of your ball that you lead will respond to that over the next several weeks when there's going to be questions about just how good this team is now?
Yeah, just go to the doctor tomorrow and get better.
Yeah, we don't worry about the outside narrative. It's all within our locker room, within our team. So we just work hard and on to the next opponent.
On the left, Eric.
Dante, where do you think you can grow as a leader from a moment like this? And Dan was talking about moments of adversity, and that really kind of proves who you are. What's going to be your mindset entering this?
Yeah, nobody's perfect except for God. Everybody's gonna make their mistakes, and of course, you gotta see how you bounce back. But you guys make sure that I'm continuing talking to the offense and the defense side of the ball. When the defense comes off, even if they get scored on, to make sure I'm getting staying on their head, making sure that the offense go punch the ball in for them. So just being more of a communicator on the field when things are going bad.
On the right, Zach.
Bryce said you go to the doctor tomorrow, but what do the next 12 hours look like for you? Are you going to go dive into film soon? Do you try and forget about this for a night and kind of get your head straight? What's the next 12 hours look like?
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to forget about. I'll go see my family downstairs for a second, thank them for coming to the game. Then I'll go home and watch it on my iPad, to be honest with you. Maybe once or twice, maybe watch a couple other games, go to bed, and then back up here tomorrow, getting a recovery circuit in, a good lift, and then probably watch the game again.
Right here on the left, Aaron.
Can you sort of take us through the emotions when Finney got the pick six, which just seemed like the jolt you guys needed, and then how disappointing is that you guys couldn't capture that momentum and keep riding it? Sort of like at Penn State when you guys got some breaks and you finally took control of the game.
Yeah, it was an incredible play by Finney. That's talk about the ball, and it's our oxygen when you can get the ball on defense and create turnovers. It's it's a big time play. It felt like obviously that was the play we needed right there, and unfortunately we couldn't capitalize going into the fourth quarter. But that's the game. Indiana's a good team.